You only got an hour and 37 minutes to get this done.
Uh-oh. All right. That's gonna be tight for me. Come on, go. What's up, guys? So today, coming at you, I have our reverse push day, which is just a stupid name. I made it up, so you don't have to start calling shit that. But in a typical push fashion, depending on your split, you probably want to start bigger body parts first and move to smaller. But basically for myself, for Terrence, we just want to keep a little bit more priority on arms. So basically just kind of separating out, instead of having an arm day, having a day that's more for biceps, a day that's more for triceps, yet still touching on the rest of upper body. So today we do really three movements for triceps, including some pump work. And then we do shoulders, and then we do chest after that. So overall, very, very good session. Oh yeah, before I tell you about the rest of the session, don't forget to do the YouTube thing. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. That's the same as liking, but do it twice anyway. Tell some friends. But today the session was honestly very, very good. Nothing super special from any other session at this point. We're kind of right at a really nice baseline volume. So again, we kind of have, most things are 2 to 3 working sets. Bigger movements, I'm keeping at 2, smaller movements, 3 working sets. We've got a couple little intensifiers here or there. So maybe 1 drop set at the end of a big movement. And even 1 little thing for kind of pump work to finish. It was fun to have my good buddy, Josh Vogel in town with his wife, Misty. And so they hopped in with the session for us today as well too. And for 4 people, we moved along pretty quick. Normally that can be a huge pain in the ass, but it was actually fine. And overall, very, very good session. So if you haven't seen it before, I like to start triceps with something just pure isolation. The whole reason we do those cables is it just lines up better for all of us. You know, if you can fit with skull crushers and stuff, have at it. But that just wrecks my elbows and Terrence's elbows. So we really trying to, again, take the triceps first, kind of as a pre-exhaust, isolate, whatever you want to call it, and then move into one of my favorite kind of compound movements for triceps, which is basically a JM press or a CAS press. Everyone tells me whoever made it up, good for you. It's a great movement. We do it in the Smith, and I like to put some bands on it as well too. I don't know if they put bands on it, so now I can put a different name on it. I'm going to call it the Ruffin press from now on, just because. But we did from that. Then a Y raise movement for delts, which is a little bit more side delts, but kind of the whole head of the delt as well too. Same thing there, finishing an extended set with a drop set. And then from there, 2 chest movements. So starting isolation again first with a pec deck fly variation, 2 working sets there with a drop, and then finish with 2 sets on the floor press. And again, I like the floor press at the very end because it's kind of a little bit everything you've got left in the mid-range where it's strongest, a nice stable thing between the Smith and the floor where you can just have a lot of output. Same thing there, 2 working sets with a drop off of that one. And then we did 1 bit of like a sequence for metabolic pump work for triceps, just a one that I like because it's quick, it's easy, it lines up well. You know, pretty much anybody can do it. It's easiest if you've got it in a Smith, but you could do it just with a bar somewhere else in a squat rack. But basically kind of a body weight skull crush variation. And again, the band makes a lot of sense on pressing movements just to make it more evenly hard through the range of motion. So going from like basically a body weight skull crush variation into a body weight close grip press. And then as you move the bar up 2 or 3 times, basically that's a drop set because you're using a smaller percentage of your body weight. And again, overall, very, very good session. Obviously, Terrence doing a little bit posing at the end as well too. He is 4 weeks out from the Arnold, 6 weeks out from the Olympia. And obviously this prep, like every prep, will have some sort of challenges going along the way. This prep probably a little bit more than others, but he's honestly in a really, really good spot. He looks great. I mean, from a conditioning point, I think he's right on track now. He's doing a great job with his own cardio, his own diet, basically to stay kind of, I think he's going to get to the point pretty soon where he's a little bit ahead of pace and coming in just right for the Arnold. And he's got, I think it's always funny to see he's got such a balanced physique, and we always have little things that we're working on. Some things are definitely bigger this year. I mean, I'm saying I think his hams look bigger, his biceps are bigger. Not that we needed it, but I think he's got a little bit more size in his back as well too. And some other stuff. I think everything came up a little bit. And honestly, we're running out of room because the weight class for him, he's 8 pounds over it right now. And he's got 4 weeks to get under that. So it's really to the point where he's pretty much there for about the amount of tissue that he can hold. And now it's really just a little bit about, one, obviously as he goes, he can always really push that conditioning, which is nice. And at the same time, we just maybe shift stuff a little bit here and there as far as emphasis, as far as what we're training throughout the year, so we can even just keep him coming in more and more balanced. So overall, very fun session. I love the train right now because his output's still pretty high. My output's high. It's nice when we get to train with some other people. It's obviously really fun to watch Terrence pose because he's the best poser in the world. And then also it's cool, obviously, when you see anyone that diets for a show, if you've ever dieted, it's fun when you see basically all your hard work. You get to see it more and more, as you get leaner and leaner as well, to actually see what the physique is going to look like. So overall, very good session. Hope you all enjoy and stay tuned. We'll get a couple more coming in between now and the Arnold, and obviously between now and the Olympia.